Hey guys, this is Axel98, and as promised, I am bringing you the first mod review on this channel. It is a review of Little Bread Loaf's Bleach Mod. Now, personally, I love this mod. Not just because it's Bleach, just because of all the work that's been put into it. I mean, if you've ever watched the anime, you understand what I'm saying by, wow, the lag. I look at how accurate they made Grand Fisher and the Menos Grande. I personally love the accuracy put into this. Wow, the lag is crazy. Soon as I can get away from these guys, I will continue the review. But we will get into the hostile mobs in just a few minutes. First, we're going to go over all the items that are implicated in with this mod. While I make my way over there, sorry about all the lag, guys. It implicates in the Zanpakuto, which is the weapon of the Shinigami, or Soul Reaper. It's a how do I explain what it is? It's a sword that has a spirit, and if you know the spirit's name, I don't know the actual name of it in the mod, but it's pretty much a kendo stick. I think it does the same amount of damage as a wooden sword. Wow, that's way too close. Here is the crafting recipe for it. You need 2 sugarcane and a stick, just like you're making a regular vanilla Minecraft sword. It has really no purpose, but it's pretty much the starting weapon for the mod if you don't have time to, or if you haven't found iron or something else, because you need iron and 8 reishi, which reishi is the thing that replenishes your spiritual energy, which is pretty much a Soul Reaper and Quincy's life force. Now, to know what your spiritual pressure or spiritual level is, it's this little HUD to the right of the screen right here. The higher it is, the stronger you are, the more hits you can take, because it acts as a shield when you're being attacked by the mobs and other people if you're playing on a server. And another thing I like about this mod, it implicates in blocks that can be used on a server. They have no purpose in a vanilla world or single player world or wherever it is you like to refer to it as. And I just think that's pretty cool. Like I said, there's so much work that's been put into this mod. It just makes it great. I'm guessing on the forums that, by what I've read, there's going to be more work put into it. And if you ever watch the anime, you'll get what I mean by they're planning on implicating in Bankai, which is the next stage up from Shikai. And Shikai is the next stage up from the normal Zanpakuto, which I'm getting ahead of myself. I haven't even done the second recipe here. Wow, the lag is incredibly crazy. Anyway, this is a soul steel ingot. You need it to create the Zanpakuto. In order to create the ingot, you need to surround a piece of iron with 8 reishi, and that gives you 1 ingot. And just a minute. You'll see the reishi block in just a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you how to get it. It's pretty much the same way you make an iron block, a diamond block, a gold block. It's those, but to make the Zanpakuto, which is the primary weapon of the Soul Reaper, you need 2 Reishi blocks and a Soul Steel, and that will give you your Zanpakuto, which you can then name in a normal anvil, and that will put you one step closer to achieving Shikai. I will go over the rest of the requirements you need as we move further into this showcase. Next up, we have the Weapon of the Quincy, which is my favorite faction in this mod. It's a pendant that can be turned into a bow. Now, it doesn't use arrows, and it's pretty cool. It uses up your spiritual pressure. Here, I'll show you what it looks like. Another thing, while I'm here, this little thing here, if you download this mod and you play it in a single player or multiplayer or whatever world, you will get this. It's a faction selector. You just right click it on the ground, and well, I've already selected my faction. It'll pop up this little GUI thing, and it lets you pick between a human, a Shinigami, or a Quincy. Now, I picked Shinigami because I tried to pull up all the different Shikai. It's on the back wall over here. It didn't work for me because I have that problem with it. I think it's just mine. I don't know if it's a problem for other people, but that's why I'm a Shinigami at the moment. I'm fixing to change that because I have to be a Quincy and be wearing the armor for this to work. So, just a moment. Okay. So a little more about the mod is, it would be incredibly awesome if they put in the Soul Society dimension, which there is another dimension in this mod, but it's called Hueco Mundo. It's in the anime, it's the home of the Hollows. It's where the Arankar are, which I don't want to spoil anything for anybody that's, not caught up with the anime, which it's done now, but I don't know if anybody's, watching it or anything, and I don't want to spoil anything, so it's kind of hard. But it's an incredibly cool mod. The models for Grand Fisher and the Menos Grande, as I said, they are incredibly accurate. Aside from them being blocks, but this is Minecraft. What can we expect? Set the time back to day here. Alright, I think I'm wearing the armor now. I'm not 100% sure here. Yeah, okay. /set faction Shinigami Quincy. Oh, you can also be a hollow in this mod. It's amazing. You can customize what you look like. My voice cracked there a little bit. I apologize. You can customize what you look like as a hollow, but I think you have to have the HD skins mod in for that to show up. 'Cause mine never shows up. I really apologize for the lag. It's never done this to me before. But anyway, onto the Quincy bow. You just right click it, and it turns into the bow. Now this works just like a regular Minecraft bow. You just hold the right click button until it draws back, and where did that go? And the lag. You draw back until it's completely drawn back, release, and why is the sound? I'm not getting the sound effects, but there is a sound effect. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. If not, I apologize. It's really cool. And to shut that off, it's Shift Z. Yeah, Shift Z, and you just craft this with a reishi block surrounded by four pieces of soul steel, just like that. Pretty much make it into a cross, which I just realized that. That's amazing. And to get the upgrade for this, you put this pendant in the middle of a crafting table and put 4 soul steel ingots, 1 in each corner. Now this one is way more awesome. You activate it by right-clicking on the ground, same as the other one. It's called the Web Quincy Bow. And the reason it is way more awesome than the one I just showed you is it's better if, say you're trapped between a bunch of hollows and a mountain or the wall of your house or something. It's a quick way to get away from everything. I mean, you just continuously hold that down and it will continuously spray the arrows. And once I exit inventory, I will continue. Mask shards. When you kill hollows, there is, I don't know the percentage, but there's a chance of them dropping their mask. And there's 2 uses for these. Use 1, you can wear them and get whatever buff they use, like spider hollows. If they drop their mask, you can put that on and it gives you jump 2. Now, these masks, they do drain your spiritual pressure by 10, I think. 10 every few seconds. But anyway, you can put them in a crafting table and they will give you mask shards. Now, if you get 9 mask shards, you can put them all on a crafting table just like that, as shown on the wall in front of me, and it will give you, not that, it will give you that mask there. I think it's supposed to be Ichigo's mask as he's going through his hollification process while he's fighting his inner hollow. Once more, if you've seen the anime, you'll understand what I'm saying. This item, it's another Quincy item. It's incredibly awesome. It has 2 uses, a sword and an arrow. Now, I will show you what I mean in just 1 second. It's incredibly small, so it's hard to see if it's in your hotbar or not. 1. And to activate this, it's Shift X, I think. Or is it just X? Is it right click? Did they change it? I think they may have changed it. But anyway, in sword mode, it pretty much looks like a blue lightsaber. And when you use it as an arrow, you shoot it and it pretty much obliterates anything in its path. I mean, it blows it up. I wish I could show you this, but apparently doesn't seem to want to work today. Just like a couple other things that I wanted to show you guys that I can't. Now on to Soul Cloth, I think it is. Yeah, Soul Cloth. To craft it, you need reishi block. Once more, you need reishi blocks for a few of the recipes. Anyway, you put the reishi block in the center and surround it by reishi itself, and that gives you one Soul Cloth. And in order to make the Shinigami armor, you make it just like you would regular iron, gold, or diamond armor in vanilla Minecraft. It's the same recipe for everything. I don't know how good it is, like compared to diamond and all that, but I think it's maybe the same as iron. Now for the Quincy armor, it's a little different. To make the chest plate, it's three Soul Cloth on each side with 2 lapis blocks in the middle, just like that, and it gives you the Quincy tunic. Now these, I have no absolute idea how good they are. I've honestly never wore them. I've honestly never actually legitimately played a survival game with this mod. All I've ever done with this mod is just, do things like this. I mean, just load it up and just look at the random things that it has. To craft the leggings for the Quincy armor is 3 lapis blocks at the top and 2 Soul Cloth pieces on each side. For the Quincy shoes, it's 2 lapis and 2 Soul Cloth, like you're making regular boots, just one on each side. And for a very special, useful item, the Holotone. It's a book in the middle, 2 Soul Cloth on each side, or 1 on each side, and a mask shard on top and bottom. Now what this thing does is, when you have it in your hand, like so, you right click and it opens up this. Now what this is it tells you what each hollow, or what element each hollow will give you. Like the Grand Fisher, it will give you +5 health healing element and +2 light element, and it will take away 2 poison element. Now what these elements are is they will help you determine what type your Zanpakuto will be. Now the only one that is tricky is the Menos Grande. I mean, it has a question mark. It gives +25 whatever. I mean, I think it's random what it gives you, but I've never actually tried and just killed a bunch of Menos Grandes to find out what it gives. So if you want to know what that is, you'll have to download the mod and find out for yourself. Now the ore hollow here, which is this one here, you'll see what these all look like very shortly. Once we get done through all the items and blocks and ores and stuff like that. The ore hollow, it gives +2 rock, +2 ice, and +1 fire. Now the ore hollow and the wasp hollow are the only ones that do not take away any other element. So that, I find that pretty interesting, especially the ice and both of them giving off the fire element. I don't understand why they give off fire element, but hey, it works. To get out of this GUI, you just hit exit on your keyboard. And that's it for these items. I'm going to switch time. Set day. Yeah, that did not work. Just a moment. Okay. Now I will show you, or I'll attempt to show you one of the fire type Zanpakutos, because that's all I can get, because when I try to get more than one, they don't seem to like to work for me. And I walked into a wall. As we make our way down here, I will show you. Oh wait, I forgot to. We'll get into the Zanpakuto in just a moment. First, I'm going to show you some blocks and materials that you can make. Alright, as I said, the reishi block is made just like this. It's just the 9 reishi filling up the crafting table. It will give you 1 reishi block. Now, this is something I would not recommend if you're just starting out in a world. It's called Hollow Bait. It's 4 reishi blocks and a mask shard in the middle. What the Hollow Bait does is you place it on the ground, you right-click it, and within a matter of seconds, it will make hollow start raining from the ground, and that is one of the ways you can get Menos Grande to naturally spawn. I don't think Menos Grande actually spawn in this world. I'll show you where they do spawn once we get through here. But it's really dangerous if you're just starting out in a world. If you built a little house, I mean, I played around with these a little bit. That's how I fell in love with these walls. But anyway, onto the Zanpakuto. Now, as I said, I could only get one of them because this game doesn't like me all that well. Now, this is just one of the fire types. Now, each type has a certain number of different Zanpakuto, or Shikai, as I should be referring to them as, that you can get. This one is the more badass Zanpakutos, as I would say. Once I can get my cursor on it, I will take it off the wall and I will show you. Maybe. You know what? Better yet, you just see right there. It works like a flint and steel. You just right-click the ground or whatever, and it sets it on fire. It also lights mobs on fire if you hit them with it. Now, this is not a crafting recipe or anything. I just stuck the normal Zanpakuto there. To get the Zanpakuto into its Shikai form, you have to have a certain level of spiritual pressure, and what type you get is determined on what hollows you kill, like I showed you with the holotone. Now, a way to check that is shift right-click on the ground, or the shift I was doing it just a minute ago. Control X. I think it's shift right-click on the ground with nothing in your hand. It'll pull up this little GUI over on the left side of your screen. It will show you what element you have the most of, and all that fun jazz. I'll leave a link to the Minecraft forums page of the developer who developed, the one who developed this mod, of course. You can probably get more information there than you can from me, especially with all the lag. But now I'm going to show you some of the things you can only get in creative mode. As I walk down here. Alright, we're going to start off with the armor. Here we have the armor of the Irankar, which like I said, I don't want to explain who or what the Irankar are. I don't want to spoil anything from anybody who is maybe not caught up on the series at all or is just now starting the series. But anyway, it's armor. There's no way to craft it yet. I don't know what or how good it is. I wish I did. These are the boy and girl school uniforms. I think that maybe they were added in here for, say, a scripted role-playing server or something, if you wanted to play along as the anime or something. Here is a soul chain, which, if you've watched the anime once more, is the link between your spirit and your human body. Now, if it is severed, it will slowly eat itself away until you become a hollow. It works like armor. It gives you slowness, and slowly degrades your spiritual pressure. And over here we have the Boy and Girl Academy. Oh, I'm using the wrong button. The Boy and Girl Academy uniform. I don't know. I think it was implicated for the same reasons the Boy and Girl school uniforms are. You know, a scripted role-play server kind of thing to play along with the anime. Here we have a paper lantern, which works like a light or a torch. I'll get into all the mask in just a minute. And that black thing here, this is a test garganta. I will show you what that does, and I will explain what it does in just a second once we get through everything here. Here we have white sand, which is, as its name says, white sand. This is temporary ice. It melts within a minute. What is this again? Oh, I broke it. Leave it to me to break my work. This is a Kaiseki, however you pronounce that. I have no idea what it does or what it's even for. I've never heard of it. It's never referred to in the anime. So that's about as far as my knowledge goes with this block. Same with a few of the blocks that I'm about to show you. I have no idea, and I cannot type anything, so I'm just going to play it through the night. This is I think it's a reishi lamp. I think it's what it's called. Of course I broke it again. No, soul quartz lamp, which I'll get into soul quartz in just a minute. See, it's a light source. I think that's soul quartz blocks. What that is. Soul quartz is just random ore. It's not used for anything, I don't think it might be. Just a moment. Nope. Ah! No, soul quartz isn't used for anything at the moment, except for, crafting these lamps. Sorry about that. My sister informed me that it was time to eat. I will eat in just a second. I have to finish this. These masks are the masks you can drop. The mobs can drop. The Ore Hollow, the Minos Grande, and the Grand Fisher. Now these three you cannot wear. Their main use is for the mask shards, but from the spider or the Bat Hollow down to the Wasp Hollow are completely wearable, and they give you debuffs. This is a now we're getting into the ores. This is mask ore, which when you mine it, it gives you a mask shard. Reishi ore, mine it gives you Reishi. I don't know what levels these spawn at, so that's something you'll have to find out for yourself. This is soul quartz ore, which you mine it, of course it gives you soul quartz. I think you can find these all in just regular mines. Now something else I enjoy about this mod is while you're mining, you need to be extremely careful, especially when you come across structures, or well, not structures, but walls in a cave like this. Now I'm going to go into game mode, or get out of game mode, or get out of peaceful mode, and show you what these things can do. Alright, well as you can see, all the mob, that's what's causing the lag. Anyway, as you can see, all the mobs are spawning in and everything. And when I break this, it blows up, and an ore hollow spawns, which he said, okay, forget this, I'm leaving. Why is he getting hurt? Oh! Okay, so this is the prime example here. Shinigamis, or Soul Reapers, they spawn naturally. And they will, if they run into hollows, they will completely try to wreck them, but most of the time it doesn't go that way. See, there goes the ore hollows buddy to help him. Anyway, back on to what I was saying. Now, that only happens with diamond, emerald, and gold. So those are the only ores, well, vanilla ores that you have to watch. Well, now you've seen the Golem Hollow and the Ore Hollow and the Shinigami. Some more mobs you'll see are Wasp Hollows, Bat Hollows, and Blaze Hollows. Now I can't show those because they like to fly away, and I really don't feel like, following them around just trying to show what they look like. Because I'm lazy. I will be the first to admit it. I am lazy. So I will just show you the ones that I can. Now you've seen the Minos Grande and the Grand Fisher. So I'm not going to worry about those. But there's one thing you will have to watch for. And I will get right into that. I don't want Diamond Horse Armor. As you can see, it says decoy hole. And it doesn't mean, hole in the ground or anything. It means, I know as soon as I spawn this guy, he's going to, get attacked. Another thing, hollows, they will attack holes. Which holes are, I'm just going to attempt to explain them now, are lost spirits. Once again, if you've watched the anime, you understand this. Once he spawns in, he or she, Just one. Okay, well, I think that's one now. Yeah, it's just a lost spirit. Now they have Minecraft normalized, so the hollows will attack them. They have the soul chain on their chest. That's how you know they're a hole, and they glow. Here is what I wanted to specify: the decoy hollow, or decoy hole. He has yellow eyes, and he will walk straight up to you. Now, if you right-click him with your Zanpakuto, if you're a Soul Reaper, he will blow up and spawn a Grand Fisher. And then you will get wrecked. Once I send these back in here, I will continue. Spider. I really should have already had this already. I did at one point, but I had to set it to peaceful. Try to fix a lag, which didn't help at all. This mod adds in a lot of potential, I will say, to say a multiplayer world or a multiplayer SMP server. It has potential for great things. Alright, first we have a spider hollow, which is a big spider. They spawn in different colors, but the mask is always the same. These guys, they're pretty weak compared to the other hollows. We have a snake hollow. They spawn in different colors as well. Everything except for Grand Fisher and the Menos Grande, everything else spawns in different colors. Now, once more, they have a slight possibility of dropping their mask, which you can then wear, and it gives you different buffs and like strength, speed, jump boost, and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty amazing. Stalker hollows, my favorite hollows. I mean, these guys, they're Snake Hollow, I think, makes an appearance in one of the episodes, but I'm not too sure. But I don't think a Stalker does, but he is by far my favorite hollow of all time. Well, of this mod. He's pretty tanky, and if they will actually stalk you, and if you don't notice him quick, they will wreck you, dude. Here we have the Wolf Hollow, which is pretty much a wolf with a mask. Now, they spawn in different colors too, but purple is the worst. I hit the wrong button. I need slot 5. Slot 5. Why is he walking backwards? Yeah, he was little Michael Jackson there, I guess. This is a small lizard hollow. He is the only passive hollow in the game. It will not attack you, and it only spawns in Hueco Mundo, which, now that we're done, I guess we can go to. Now, this you can only get the Garganta in creative mode. Here we go to Hueco Mundo. I think that's everything. Actually, I'm 100% sure it's everything. I wish I could have showed you the Zayla Schneider, which is that arrow/lightsaber sword thing that I was telling you about. I don't know if I mentioned its name. I'm pretty sure I didn't. But anyway, it's the Zayla Schneider. I have no idea what that means, so don't ask. It's by far my favorite weapon in the game. But anyway, to activate the Garganta, you need to go to a regular, just flat wall. Shift right click. Yeah, shift right click. Now, when you get here, you need to watch out for these little pillars of reishi blocks, I think they are, because if you mine those, you will fall straight down. You're not falling straight down into the void or anything like I seem to be doing right now. You'll fall down into an area that is called the Menos Forest. Once more, it's explained in the anime. It's pretty much where the Menos live. Now, if I can dig down, I will show you. This may take a minute. Alright, we're falling. The fall will kill you. Just saying. But anyway, this is the only other place I know of that minnows spawn. And minnows aren't the only thing that will spawn here. So if you come here, be in a group or just come, look around, and then get out. Now, you get out the same way you got in. Go to a wall, shift, right click. That was Waco Mundo. I'm sorry, I'm still in creative mode, and that place still scares me. But anyway, guys, this has been a review of Little Bread Loaf's Bleach Mod. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give this mod a 10. It is completely awesome. I mean, with the model accuracy, the working dimension, the working sword transformation, it's a 10 out of 10. I will be leaving a link in the description to the Minecraft forums where you can download this mod, and a link to 9 Minecraft, where you can get the crafting recipes and some more description on the mod if you feel like you need. Once more, this has been Axel98, and I will tell you all to have a good night and goodbye.